Hi everyone, it's Sally here from Minerva. I hope you're all really well. I'm here today to share with you some really lovely patterns by a wonderful indie pattern company called the Avid Seamstress. So you may have already heard of the Avid Seamstress, but just in case you haven't, a really good way to familiarise yourself with the pattern company is to just type in the hashtag Avid Seamstress patterns into the Minerva search engine, and that will bring up all of our different Avid Seamstress patterns available, and it will show you all of the other makers that have been making up the patterns in the community as well. If you have already heard of Avid Seamstress patterns and you may have already sewn up some yourself, I hope you'll find something new and something to inspire you to sew up some more of their patterns today. So as always, everything that I talk about today will be listed below this video. But if you do already have your own Minerva profile, don't forget that you can always click on and save any of the patterns or the fabrics that I'm talking about today to your own Minerva profile, and you can revisit them at any point. And if you don't already have your Minerva profile set up, it's really quick and easy to do so, and we'd really encourage you to become involved in the Minerva community because it really is a fun place to be. You can start to share your own makes, you can follow other makers, and as I say, you can save patterns and fabrics, and you can come back to it at any point if you're looking for some sewing or making inspiration in the future. Another great way to save money is to sign up to our Minerva Craft Club, where once you're signed up, you're eligible for a 10% discount on anything on the website for a 12-month period. So with all of that said, let's get on to chatting about these lovely patterns from the Avid Seamstress. So I really love Avid Seamstress patterns. They're really classy, they're quite elegant designs, and I think a lot of the shapes and styles are really quite classic. So they're really easy ones to kind of dress up or down. They're quite good for wearing for workwear. You could even wear them for weddings. And because they are quite classic, you can always dress them down if you're just sort of around the house or running errands or whatever. They really are quite versatile patterns. So the first pattern I've chosen to share with you today is the Sheath dress pattern, and I chose this one because I think it's a really lovely classic style. I think everyone needs a shift dress in their wardrobe because they're just so versatile and lovely to wear. So this particular one by the Avid Seamstress has a few different details to it that make it that little bit more interesting, and I think it's just so pretty. So I'll just pop in an image of the line drawings of the pattern so that you can see it now, and you can see that there are two asymmetrical darts to the bust there. You can see that the back has a really lovely scoop detail to it, which makes it really, really pretty. It's finished with a zipper down the back, so it's really close fitting, which is a really lovely flattering style. There are also some back darts just to bring it in at the waist a little bit, and the back panel has a kick pleat to it as well. So even though it's quite fitted, the kick pleat makes it that little bit easier to wear and a little bit more easy to walk in as well, of course. There are also some inseam pockets to this dress as well, which you can include or leave out as you prefer. So because this dress is quite a fitted one, it's really well suited to woven fabrics rather than stretch. And in particular, I would say that a cotton would be really well suited to this pattern because it would be really easy to work with, and you get quite a good structure to the dress, and also with the kick pleat and things you get some really lovely crisp folds there too. So the fabric that I've chosen that I think would pair really well to this pattern is this beautiful dashwood cotton. Dashwood prints are just so pretty, and I love this one in particular. It's got lots of different flowers all over it, and there are some birds and loads of different pretty colours on it as well, and this actually comes in white or black. So I'm showing you the white colourway here today, but as I say, it does also come in black as well, so if you want something a little bit more formal, then the black would be really well suited to a lovely formal dress. So this fabric comes as 110 centimetres wide. It's 100% cotton, so it's really easy to wash and wear. It's lovely and soft. Dashwood cottons have really got that lovely softness to them. So even though the cottons are really good for kind of getting that crispness and a really sharp point to your kick pleats and things, they're also really lovely to wear as well. And I just think that this particular print would be really nice to wear as formal wear, but I think because of the kind of fun print on it, you could also wear it as day wear as well. And you could dress it up or down either with a pair of sandals or trainers or like heels or sandals for a wedding or workwear as well. So the next pattern I have to share with you is the city trousers, and I picked this pattern as well because I just think that it's got that lovely classic style. I love the tapered leg and I love the shape to the trousers, and I just think that again, As with a lot of these patterns, it can really easily be dressed up or down depending on the fabric that you use, depending on where you're going to wear it really. You could either have them as workwear or you could have them as day wear too. So the city trousers have some really lovely flattering darts to the waist. There are some inseam pockets there. They have a fitted waistband and they're finished with an invisible zipper at the back. They also have a really flattering tapered leg, which you can finish at the ankle, or you could have them lengthened right down as a full leg as well. And just for easy wear, there are some slight slits at the ankle as well, just to give you a little bit more room to manoeuvre where they get a bit tighter at the bottom. And I really love that style. These trousers are suited to a woven fabric with a slight stretch to it, just to make them a little bit easier to wear. You could use a lovely shiny textured fabric and you could wear them to a party. You could dress them up for a wedding with a lovely top and a pair of heels. You could wear them really casually in the summer with a pair of pumps or something if you made them in a linen fabric or something a little bit lighter. I just think that the options are endless for these trousers and I really like the style of them. And the fabric that I've chosen to pair with this pattern is this Robert Kaufman combed cotton twill fabric. So I have the khaki colourway to show you here, but this actually comes in over 50 different colours. So many colours to choose from. It has a really lovely soft texture to it. It's quite smooth and silky, and that's because of the combed texture to the cotton. So it's a really lovely one for trousers. It's quite sturdy. It would be really easy to work with. You get some lovely crisp lines, and for the lines down the front of the trousers, I think you could get some really, really good kind of pressing details in there, and really comfortable to wear and quite easy to put an invisible zipper because it's lovely and structured and crisp. I chose the khaki colourway today because I think that's a really versatile colour, and you could dress it down quite easily in the summer, wear them with a pair of trainers or some sandals or something and a lovely strappy top, and I think they would look really lovely. Next on the list is the Sundress, and I chose this one because I just think it's a beautiful classic style sundress and I think it would take you through all the seasons. So this dress has a really flattering, lovely square neckline. The straps are really wide, they're great for concealing your underwear. The bodice buttons down at the front. There are some lovely flattering darts in there to get some really nice shaping. And then the skirt is pleated with inseam pockets. The fabric I've chosen to pair with this sundress is a really lovely summery one. This is a Lady McElroy cotton poplin and it has a really lovely marine print all over it. So it's on a lovely royal blue background with a lovely boat print detail, and I thought this would be perfect for summertime. Lovely classic cotton summertime print. Because this is a cotton poplin, it has a lovely softness to it again, so it would be really lovely to wear. It would keep you nice and cool in the warmer months and it would be really easy to work with. This comes as 140 centimetres wide, so it is quite wide. I think this pattern and fabric would be a really lovely combination if you're looking to make your first fitted sundress. Avid Seamstress patterns come with some amazingly detailed instructions. So although some of these patterns might seem a little daunting to begin with, just know that the instructions are really great. And if you're wanting to try out some of these patterns for the first time maybe, then I think Avid Seamstress are a really good way to go because they have really detailed, lovely instructions that hold your hand the whole way through. Next on the list is the pajama bottoms. So this is probably the easiest of all the patterns I'm going to be sharing with you today. And this pattern is designed with beginner in mind. So if you are looking for your first sewing pattern or something quite easy, or if you are an advanced sewer and you're just looking for something really quick and easy to sew, then this pattern would be a great one for you. So these are a full length pajama bottom. They have a really lovely elasticated waist with an optional drawstring detail. So if you don't want to put in the drawstring buttonholes, you don't have to. And there are also some really useful front pockets in there as well. Who doesn't love a pocket? This pattern is designed for woven fabrics particularly, so you can use a cotton lawn, a cotton or a flannel or something traditional like that. You could even use a cotton fleece if you prefer, and that would keep you lovely and cosy in the colder months. The fabric that I've chosen to pair with this lovely pajama pattern is this really gorgeous Art Gallery brushed cotton, and I can't tell you how soft this is. It's really, really cosy. I didn't know that Art Gallery did brushed cottons until recently. So some of these prints, they actually come in rayons and normal cottons as well. So this one is on the black background, but it does have a really lovely array of colours in there. Lots of bright pinks, turquoises, greens and rust colours as well. So if you are going to add a drawstring, it'd be really fun to pick out a couple of the colours in here or one of the colours in here and just have fun at contrasting your drawstring to some of the colours in this fabric. And I think that would work really nicely. So that's my pick for the pajama bottoms pattern. Pajamas are also a good gift as well, aren't they? So if you want to make something with someone for Christmas or a birthday present or something, pajama bottoms are always a good thing to make because there's not a lot of fitting in there. You just have an elasticated waist. It doesn't always matter too much about the length. You can always turn them up a little bit as well. So a really great beginner project and also a really great gift idea as well, I think. The next pattern I have to share with you is the gathered dress. And this pattern is described as a modern casual dress to take you from the office straight to the school run. And I think that is a really good description of this pattern because it's just another really versatile one again that can be dressed smartly or casually depending on what fabric you choose and how you want to wear it. This dress has a lovely flattering raglan sleeve style, so not only is it easy to wear, it's actually really easy to sew as well because there are no set-in sleeves there. All the sleeves are sewn down on the diagonal as a raglan seam, so they're really easy to put together. So the dress has a flat front and a gathered back. So the front of the dress is actually quite a flat, straight silhouette, and then the back has a really pretty gathered waist, and I think that's a really lovely detail, something quite different. There are actually two different sleeve lengths to this pattern as well, so if you want to go a little bit shorter for the summer, I think 3/4 length sleeves are always really flattering. The dress also has a really flattering shoulder dart as well, just to give a little bit of interest to the back as well. There are also some inseam pockets in this dress as well, and I really love how Avid Seamstress patterns include pockets in nearly all of their patterns. Yeah, I really love that little detail in these patterns too. So my fabric pairing for this lovely dress is this pretty Lady McElroy viscose linen blend fabric. And this is in the colourway Sky, and I just love the colour of this. I think it's so pretty. And because the gathered dress is quite a simple style, I think it would really show off this print to its full potential. The composition of this fabric is actually 60% viscose and 40% linen, which is really nice because you still get the feel of the linen, but the viscose in it actually gives it a really lovely drape. So as I'm holding it here, you can see that it just drapes really nicely. And the linen just gives it that little bit more structure, so it's quite nice and easy to work with, and it's also really cool and nice against your skin in the warmer months. So yeah, a really, really lovely fabric. And this is 140 centimetres wide, so quite wide as well. The next pattern I have to share with you is the Sheath dress. Quite hard to say that one. This one is described as a gorgeously draped garment, and this is actually a really good one if you're a beginner or if you're new to sewing or if you just want a quick and easy sew. So this one has a round neckline and elasticated waist, and there is the option to have either inner or outer pockets as well, so you can play around with the pattern and you can make it however you like. You can have the inseam pockets so that they don't show, or you can make some lovely outer patch pockets as well and really make a feature of them. So with this dress as well, the sleeves are actually grown on, so there are no sleeves to set in, there are no extra sleeve pieces to cut out or anything. The sleeves are actually part of the dress pattern, so this is a really lovely, simple shaped dress to sew, especially if you're a beginner or if you're just looking for a quick, speedy sewing project. I think I'm right in saying that there are actually only two pieces to this pattern, just the front and the back, and then it's elasticated at the waist to bring it all in nicely, and then you attach your pocket pieces. So maybe 3 pattern pieces, including the pocket pieces, but it really is a speedy one. So you can make this dress with either short sleeves or 3/4 length sleeves. Pattern does show it as a mini dress, but I think it would be really easy to lengthen down and make it a midi or a maxi dress even. And again, like with all these patterns, I just think it's a great one that you can dress up for the office or dress down to just wear in summertime with your children or wear in the winter with tights and boots with a lovely warmer fabric, and I think that would be really nice too. The fabric I've chosen to pair with this particular pattern is this lovely John Caldor Hermione crepe fabric, and I just think this is so pretty. It's on a navy background and it has lots of lovely petals all over it in white and mint and yellow and a kind of coral colour, and I just think it would be lovely for summertime. This is 100% polyester fabric and it has a really lovely drape to it, so I think it would be perfect for how it hangs. I think it would gather really nicely. I think you get a really nice feeling to those grown-on sleeves. They wouldn't feel too stiff or restrictive because this fabric has a really nice movement to it. This is 140 centimetres wide as well. The next pattern I've chosen to share with you is a slightly more difficult one, and it's the blazer. So this blazer pattern is really lovely. Again, it's very classic. I think you can make it differently depending on the kind of style that you're after. So if you want something more formal, you could go for a lovely fitted blazer, but blazers are very on trend at the moment, and particularly oversized blazers are very fashionable. So you could always size up with this one and just make it that little bit more oversized. And I think that would be really good as well for casual wear. This pattern is described as a great introduction to tailoring. There are some lovely tailoring techniques to practice in there, like the blazer collar. The sleeves are panelled as well, and the whole thing is fully lined. So you get to practice how to line a garment as well if you've not done that before. I think this is a great one as well because you can make it to wear all year round. You can make it with a warmer fabric for the colder months. You could also make it in something cooler like a linen or maybe a heavy cotton or something, and I think that would look really lovely. And you could wear it really casually, say to a wedding over a dress if you made it in a more lighter fabric. And you could also wear this to work over a suit or suit trousers or a suit skirt, and I think that would look great. Fabric I've chosen to pair with the blazer pattern is this lovely Lady McElroy tweed coating fabric. I chose this one because it's just so classic and I really love it. I love it in the brown. I think that's just really traditional, and I think you could wear it in so many different ways. A blazer like this, you could wear it over jeans, but again, you could wear it to the office as well. And I just think it could be dressed up or down, and it would be a great wardrobe staple. You could also have real good fun playing with the lining for this one. So you could go for a really classic lining, something in a solid colour, or you could maybe choose something really floral or really spotty, just to give a really fun take on a classic garment. And I think that would be great. The composition of this fabric is 80% wool and 20% polyamide, so it's really nice to work with. It's also 140 centimetres wide, this one, so quite wide as well. Next we have another classic dress pattern, and this one is the day dress. So this is a classic fit and flare dress. It has a really lovely flattering fitted bodice with some lovely darts in there to give some nice shaping. There are lots of different options to this bodice, so you can have it plain, you can have it with a seam down the front to give a little bit of an extra detail, or you can have it buttoned down as well. So lots of different options in there. The skirt is a classic gathered skirt with inseam pockets again, which are really handy. And again, like all of the patterns I've shown you so far, I just think that this one is great and so versatile. Depending again what fabrics you choose, you could dress it down for day wear, you could wear it in the summertime just with a pair of flip-flops. Equally, you could quite easily make this for a wedding. It would be great in like a broderie anglaise or something like that. That would look really pretty, and you could have a lovely lining under there as well, and that would be really pretty for a wedding. It's a really classic style dress. I actually think this one would be really nice lengthened down to midi length. It would give a completely different feel to the dress, and likewise, because the skirt is so classic, you could shorten it or lengthen it as you saw fit, or depending on what kind of look you were going to go for. Again, with the sleeves, you could lengthen the sleeves slightly, you can make them wider, and you could gather them for a kind of puffy effect. You could even tier the skirt if you wanted something a little bit different, and have a tiered gathered skirt, and I think that would just give a whole completely different look to this dress. So this pattern is designed for medium weight fabric, so I've got a lovely chambray cotton to show you today. So this is a lovely cotton chambray fabric. It's on the traditional kind of blue chambray background, and it has some really pretty flowers all over it, daisies and pink little flowers as well. And I think this would be a really lovely classic summer dress. I think the chambray gives it that kind of dress down feel. So it'd be great for a lovely warm summer's day, really comfortable to wear and really cool as well in this cotton chambray. This one is 147 centimetres wide and it's 100% cotton. So again, really easy to work with. I love working with cotton. It's just so easy to cut out, and it's really easy to get your crisp lines. It's great for putting in zippers and things, and it presses really nicely as well. So yeah, really, really love this one. And I love how it's just a little bit of a different take on a normal chambray with this print all over it. I think it's so pretty. The next pattern I have to share with you, and back to tailoring, is the coat pattern. I really love this coat pattern. I think it's just such a lovely classic style. I think as coat patterns go, this would be a fairly easy one to make up. There's not too many parts to this pattern, but there are some really lovely details in there. So there are some princess seams down the front to give a really lovely fitting detail. Again, there are inseam pockets, which are really handy. The coat has a notched collar and a 2-button front closure. So yeah, it really is a lovely classic style coat. So this coat pattern can be made from a heavier weight fabrics like wool or boucle or something like that. You could also make it in a heavier weight cotton or twill to give that kind of trench style and feel. It's great for wearing over dresses and skirts. It's also great for pairing with jeans and trainers as well. I think it's just such a lovely relaxed style. The fabric I've chosen to pair with this pattern is this lovely Lady McElroy wool coating fabric, and this is so soft and cosy. It's really, really lovely. And I wanted to go for something slightly different to the wool I've shown you for the blazer, and I think this one is really different. It's got a kind of mottled effect, and this one is mocha. It also comes in black and grey. So this mocha one has quite dark browns in there. There's also some beige and some lighter browns as well. And I think this would just be really not only cosy and warm for the winter time and the colder months, but it's actually something quite different as well. And I really liked the texture of this fabric. So this fabric is described as a heavyweight fabric, but it does have quite a bit of stretch in there as well. So I think it would be really nice and easy to wear. And because this coat pattern is quite a relaxed style coat with the drop sleeves and the relaxed fit, I think it would just suit that pattern really well. And I think you could have fun at playing around with the little details like the buttons and things to pull out the colours that there are in this lovely wool fabric. Super, super cosy. I love this one. So the last pattern that I have to share with you is actually what I'm wearing, and that is the blouse pattern. I absolutely love this pattern. It's a really great one if you want to try out your first shirt or blouse. There's not too many kind of fitted details in there. This was the first blouse I ever made, and I can vouch for the fact that the instructions are wonderful. They really hold your hand and they're really, really helpful throughout. So the blouse pattern is quite a relaxed style. There are no darts in there. It's quite loose fitting. The sleeves are 3/4 length and they're actually elasticated at the bottom, so no fiddly fitted cuffs or anything to do like that. The collar is a stand-up Mandarin style collar, so it's really lovely and easy to attach. I really like this pattern, and I think again it's one that you could play around with. You could completely take this collar off if you didn't want it there. You could also shorten the sleeves or lengthen them down to full length. You could even widen them if you wanted a more blousey feel to your sleeves as well. So if you are a more experienced sewist, I think this is one that you could really change and hack around. I think you could even make it into a dress if you wanted to. It's a really lovely, again, a very versatile pattern. The fabric I've chosen to pair with this blouse pattern is this lovely Atelier Brunette viscose challis fabric. My version that I'm wearing here is made from an Atelier Brunette viscose, and it was just so lovely to work with. I think it's lovely and easy to wear. It's really soft and drapey. But not only that, the Atelier Brunette viscose challis fabrics have a really nice structure to them. So they do have quite a lot of drape to them, but they're actually structured and solid enough to cut out really nicely and press really nicely. So you get a really nice crisp button band with these fabrics. And yeah, you get a really nice collar as well. And Atelier Brunette viscoses are just so soft and lovely, and they wash really nicely and they wear really well. So I thought this viscose challis would pair really nicely with the blouse pattern. I'm showing you the lighter colourway here, but this also comes in a colourway called Night, which is a navy background with some lovely orange colours in there as well. So you can have a darker background if you prefer, if you like the print, but you're not too keen on the background colour of this one. There's some other options there. So those are my top 10 Avid Seamstress pattern picks. I hope you like what I've chosen. I'd love to know in the comments below if you've made up any of these patterns and how you found the pattern. We'd love to see your version made up as well, so feel free to tag yourself and your make in the comments below. And we'd love to pop over and see what you've made. Again, don't forget that if you'd like to save any of the patterns or fabrics that I've chosen and talked about today, you can do so just by clicking the little save icon underneath the pattern or fabric, and that will save it directly to your Minerva profile so you won't forget it. So you won't forget it if you want to come back to it in the future. Don't forget that if you want a bit more inspiration on any of the patterns that I've shared today, you can always click on the pattern and you'll be taken over to see any of the other versions that have been made up by Minerva makers. And it's always a great way to get some more inspiration for your future project. Don't forget to follow Minerva for more videos, and if you'd like to, you can always follow me personally. I'm Secret Life of the Seamstress, and I'll leave my link below. I think that's all for me today. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you in another video soon. Bye.